Hello everyone, it's Danny. Okay, time for a balcony tour for January because we skipped it. It was just so gloomy that really the quality of the video would have been absolutely nasty. So we have some sun today, so I'll do a quick update of my balcony, see what's happening, also show you a few other flowers that I have. Now let's start with the desk corner. I always keep here new stuff or, I don't know, some stuff. Usually new stuff. So many of you have asked me about this particular flower. This is an azalea that I really liked. You remember I had another azalea? Well, that died last summer while I was gone. I found her all dried up, so you know, I just got myself another one, and it is really pretty. Now, I don't know how good I am with azaleas. The other one bloomed like heck for 6 months for me, so maybe I'm doing something okay. So I decided to get another one because it is pretty. I don't usually buy other plants, but I do like azaleas. Also, these are my Hoyas back there. I got them when they were like this last year, I think, and they kind of grew. It's gonna be a long time until they actually bloom, but you know, some other plants. Okay, the blue Vanda looking great right there. She's just been watered. Not much happening with the Vandas during winter time for me. Now these are 2 new additions. I will present them in a separate video, but I will show you a close-up. Spectacular flowers. I think you already know this one. Some of you already have it, but you know I'm a sucker for red. It's quite a common orchid, but we'll discuss about them. Okay, the Pleiones. I actually moved them inside because they started to grow some stuff. So I think they're starting to come out of dormancy. So I moved them here, started to barely water them a bit. I will do an update on those when time comes. Okay, this is the Basalt Blanche. I actually repotted it and I did make a video on its repotting, but I want to edit it more. I just want to make it fluent so you get the right information without hearing me blab about all sorts of stuff. We'll talk about this one. Alrighty, this is the epidendrum that I have, and it is producing some buds. Yeah, I don't know if you can see here something dark in the middle. Those are the actual buds, and this is the sheath. So we're gonna have some buds hopefully in the near future from this guy, which is exciting. The Cycnotus Wine Delight, I will repot it at some point pretty soon. It is producing a new growth, which is producing some new roots. Anyway, cool dude, he's doing fine for me. Alrighty, let's move on to this side. Now the Baryota still has some flowers left. It did quite okay for me, and it smells really nice. I didn't show you the Psychopsis in bloom for some time, and that's because it took a break. I think because of the cold weather, but now it is starting to grow a new bud right here. So I'm happy about that. It is producing a new pseudobulb there. He's doing pretty fine. I might have to repot it pretty soon because the roots started to grow again like crazy, and they're kind of getting out of the pot. Some new repottings that I did here and there. The Sherry baby is growing his buds. Everything looks okay here. Well, as okay as it can be. The Tetraspis started to grow the flower spike again. So yeah, hopefully we will have some blooms. The Maxillaria is not doing much. She's just maturing her bulbs, but I really hope I will get some blooms this summer. Okay, up there, this girl, she is a Silogeny Cross. I absolutely forgot her name. Anyway, I can't film this, but if you want to know her name, just ask me. She is making what I believe is a new pseudobulb right there. Hopefully she started to grow the roots. Remember I told you I bumped into her and kind of removed the media, and the new roots stopped growing. They started to grow again, so that's good. I really doubt this is a flower spike. I'm not that lucky. I think it's a new pseudobulb, but other than that, she's doing great. Some other Oncidium hybrids there, looking good. The deciduous Dendrobium has 2 buds. One is this one, and the other one is this one. So only 2 buds, but I'll take it, because he suffered a lot. The Bulbophyllum, I didn't show you this guy for some time. He's producing a new pseudobulb here, but it is drooping down. That's their tendency of growth, and that's that. There's nothing I can do about it. But I think I quite like it, because the flowers should be pendant as well. So I'm gonna just leave it like that and see where he goes. If he gets too crazy, I might have to intervene, but I don't think it's gonna be the case. Alrighty, let us move on This is the Cattleya that I'm looking forward to. I never saw her in bloom, but I have a feeling she's a gold digger. It's just the name of the orchid. The person who gave it to me kind of described the flowers. Also, I saw the foliage. It looks in a certain way, so I searched for it on the internet, and I think this will be a Cattleya, or no, Leliocattleya gold digger. Yeah, I think that's the name. We're gonna see when it blooms. Take a look at this. These are my Dendrobium nobile orchids, and I don't know if you notice how many buds. It's a whole budgery here, and yeah, they just have so many buds for me this year. Maybe it has to do with the very drastic cool down that they received, so I absolutely cannot wait for them to bloom. I love Dendrobium nobiles. Too bad we don't have too much variety around here, but you know, maybe I'll order at some point. The Kingianum, it's doing okay, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I had a bud blast somewhere. Here, one of the buds blasted, so I am slightly worried about these buds. Hopefully they will not blast. I don't know why they blast, but yeah, when I look at them, I kind of have a feeling they're yellow, but maybe that's just my panic talking. I don't know. We shall see. Alrighty, nothing much here. Okay, this is the Ochreatum, and I think I'm starting to see some of the buds forming. I think I will have one bud per inflorescence, but that's quite okay. Just want to see how the flowers look like. Alrighty, nothing much happening here. I have to cut this away, but I shall. What's happening here? Alrighty, these Diria. Look how much the flower spike grew. At some point I will have to lift it quite a bit because it will hit the pot. And yeah, that's not okay. But she's also growing a new leaf. So this girl didn't do anything. Oopsie, that's dangerous. So yeah, she didn't do anything for 2 years or a year and a half. And now she's putting out a flower spike and a leaf. She's a strange one. But I do love her. Sit. Stay. Alrighty, what else? Oh, the Catatante Pacific Sunspots. This pseudobulb bloomed, but it is producing another flower spike here, and also this pseudobulb is producing another flower spike there, and the total look of the plant is absolutely weird. It leaned a lot, so I'll have to do something about that because it's just so disgraceful. They do have the tendency to lean, and the only way to correct it if you try to correct the new growth while it is still young. So maybe I'll do that. I'll see if I can correct this guy just a little bit because he does look weird. Alrighty, here we have some Oncidiums doing quite well. Hopefully they will produce some flower spikes quite soon. A Cattleya with some new growths. And my Chisis, he's not doing much. He doesn't want to bloom, he doesn't want to bud. I'm starting to lose my hope that I will have a flower out of him this year. Losing its leaves, that's normal. He is deciduous, and that's about it on this side. Alrighty, let's move on. So the Cattleya corner, not doing too much. Flowers are fading here, but there is a new inflorescence right here. She blooms like crazy, I think 2 or 3 times a year. Such a good bloomer. This is actually the sick corner. Everybody was sick here. Also upstairs since last summer. They were forgotten, they were not watered, they had spider mites, and they are very sick. But that's that. And the last corner of my balcony, the beautiful Cymbidium orchid. One of my viewers actually named my orchid, and I think I quite like that. So this Cymbidium will be known from now on as Snowflake Kiss. I think that's what she called it. It's Maria Young. And I'm thinking that with my no ID orchids, I will do that. I'll ask you guys to name my orchid. Whatever orchid I cannot identify, you're gonna name it for me, and I'm gonna make it on a tag. So it will be a dedication to you. It will not be an official name or anything. You cannot enter it or use the name, but you know, it's a nice thing for me because I will know that you guys have named it and it's gonna be special. So this Cymbidium will be known as Cymbidium Snowflake Kiss, and I think it's a pretty adequate name for how the beautiful flowers look like. Alrighty, so here we have the yellow Oncidium dropping his flowers, the red Cattleya doing some stuff. Up here, I do have to cut some old flower spikes there. And the Leodoro is producing buds finally. Cannot wait to see her. And what else? Okay, the Vandas. My Vandas are not doing much during winter. It's springtime, summer, and autumn when they're active. Wintertime, they kind of sleep. Now this is the pink Vanda I just got, and it's losing her flowers. I was expecting it. When I got it, the flowers were already starting to dry, but it's okay. The other ones are doing fine. This has never bloomed for me. I have it for a year now. Hopefully this year. Oh, I've placed the Tolumnia here so she has more light. And as an update on her, she has a new growth. Where is you? Okay. This is her new growth right here. I was hoping to be a flower spike, but no. It's okay. And the Jungle Ice Cattleya. I am so excited for this girl. She is maturing a pseudobulb here, but I don't see any buds. Also growing a pseudobulb right there and some new roots. Anyway, her season should be summertime, so I'm not worried yet, but I do hope I get to see some flowers. Another Vanda here. This is the yellow Vanda with the sunburned leaf. And also I moved here my Angrecum and my Schomburgkia. And I think they're happy here. They're happier hanged because they do like to dry out. And I'm just gonna take this down for a second so I can show you the root system. It is getting quite extensive. Hopefully you can see here. He's doing great. He's such a good boy. I'm very proud of him. No flowers just yet, but the orchid itself looks really nice. Really nice. They have the bad reputation of not handling repotting well, not handling transports and change of environments and so on. But no, this guy is doing great for me, and I do like the root system. I like how it's developing, so maybe next year we shall have a flower. Okay, so that's about it. I do have some things in the house, like the Phalaenopsis orchids, which you can see there, they're blooming in the house. But you know what? I'm not crazy about Phalaenopsis orchids anymore, and I actually gifted a lot of them, so I will gift a lot of them as well to my friends and my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law actually received a Phalaenopsis from me last year, and she is so happy. It's spiking for her again. She made a little golden pot and some decorations for it. She's really happy, so I'm sure that my Phalaenopsis will make my friends more happy than they make me, and that's a nice thing. Oh, there we go. The red Cattleya has buds as well. Totally forgot about you. Anyway, so alrighty, this was the balcony tour update. Hopefully we'll have some more flowers in February and in the spring. And before I leave you, I'm gonna show you some cute footage with Jacky. I managed to film her while I was teasing her a bit, so it's kind of funny. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you want to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to leave me questions or suggestions, please do so in a comment below and I'll reply. If in your G+ settings you set that people outside your circles can reply to you. Otherwise, I cannot reply. So if I never reply to you, this is why. I usually reply to most of my comments. So thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye! So here's my little dove Jacky. She's quite clumsy, but she's really sweet. Now usually she is a very loving bird, and practically she can suffocate you with how much she wants to just come to you and cuddle you and just sit on your shoulder. She's amazing. That's most of the time, but when she wants to incubate and she wants to nest, she becomes a totally different beast. And for starters, she tries to gather straws to bring them to the nest. Now she's more attracted to all sorts of other cables, especially my headset cables, rather than straws. So we made these elastic pieces for her that she can gather and bring to the nest. And here we are, just playing fetch with her on her little mat, or, well, that's a sheet. But yeah, we're just throwing them around and she goes and picks them up and brings them to the nest. Now when she's on the nest, she can be quite possessive of her straws, and it's not quite nice of us to try to take them away. She gets furious with us, and we don't do this often, but sometimes, you know, just gotta play around with her. So whenever I try to pull a straw out, she's gonna put it back in her nest and arrange it to the best of her abilities. She's quite pissed with me here. It doesn't happen too often. It's maybe 3 days out of 2 months or something when she's like this. And yes, the seeds you see in her nest, she eats them. She gets so lazy when she's incubating. She only comes out to poop, and she has her own special pooping place, and that's it. She doesn't go to eat. Well, kinda, she goes to drink a little bit, but she doesn't eat. So we just place the seeds there. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed this. She's a princess, and thank you for watching. See you next time.